Let's look at the supercharged version of a ping command called FPing. With FPing, you have the capability of scanning and knowing the status of the target devices. For example, if I want to use FPing, I'll just type FPing minus G to give me an insight concerning the options I can use with FPing. If I run minus G, there are a whole lot of options here that you can go through them. You can read and understand it better. Now there is a target. I have a target network that I want to know the hosts that are alive actively active in that network and those that are not active in that network. So what I'll do here, I first of all get my network. This host is connected to a particular network. This is my network that I want to get the host at this particular network. I will now type fping. If I type my fping, follow with minus let's just say minus G, generally to ping the entire host minus G. Follow with this entire host. If I press enter here, see what we'll get. It tells us that these are the hosts that are active, are alive. Then the rest are not alive in this network. We'll run and see what we'll get here. It tells us that these are the bunch of hosts that are not alive in this network. Uh, these are the hosts. You can see them. There are many of them here in this entire network. So it helps you to enumerate to get what is actually active or alive at the target. So these are the hosts that are alive at the target. Now, if I want to still further scan this, let me run a command. I'll say minus, this time around, put minus A. Minus A, I just want to get only the active host. And I want it in a quiet mode, minus Q. I don't need much of those information on the screen. If I press enter, this is what it will give me. In this instance, the bunch of information that came up first won't be here. So this is just giving us the hosts that are active at the target. These are the hosts that are active at the target. Now, if run further, let's say add something like let's say I can add minus S here, enter. Let's see what it will give us. I added minus S here. So watch and see the output of the minus S. So yeah, minus S give us the statistics. It has given us the statistics concerning the target devices. Five are alive. It gave us five are alive. These are the devices that the targets in that particular network. Then it gives us these are the numbers that are reachable. So it gives us an insight. Minus S gives us more insight concerning the target devices. If I just want to get unreachable devices, devices that are not reachable in this network, what I'll do here, I'll just remove a minus A. I'll put minus U. Minus U shows that the unreachable devices. I press enter. If I press enter here, I should be expecting my outcome for the devices that are unreachable. In this instance, it will give us unreachable device. Now you run it here. These are devices that are not reachable in that network. So it gives you an insight, a proper filtering of these devices. So these are all non-reachable devices. So with this, we get a detailed information about the device. Now, if I go further, let's say I want to save this, my scan in a file with a file rather. I'll run my FPing. If I run FPing this time around, I'll use just an inactive device minus A. I don't think I need statistics though. If you want, fine. There's a file I'll create to save it minus, I give a greater than sign. I will say live scan. I'll say live scan.txt. This is the file that will keep all the devices that are live. Press enter. Once I get to this point, it will scan and save it. So I will now check my location. I'll run ls live. I'll just check live. What did I use? Live scan. If I cut this file, or I can nano the file, let me use nano and say live scan.txt. Enter. These are just the devices that are live that is scan, Control X to leave here. I also want to cut it. You can still cut it to see it from your terminal. Depends on you. I can say cut, enter. These are the live devices. Now, what if I just want to run my Nmap scan on these particular devices? I don't want to run them one after the other. I want to run my entire Nmap scan so that I get a result from this particular target. I run my Nmap this time around. Let's say I want to get, let's say, add S minus S service version. Now, going by this minus IL, we are getting the location where this file, those IPs were saved. My IP, the name of the I gave to my IP is I gave live scan. I gave live scan livescan.txt. Minus O means output. Minus A, yeah, it simply means all format. There are different format that this file can be saved. It can be saved is in XML. It can be saved in Nmap, GNmap. These are different format. Then give a name that you want this result to be saved to with. Now I will now give a name. I will say Nmap scan. With Nmap scan, you Nmap will run to get a port that are live. You can put anything you feel like putting here. Get a service version. I also get this is the location of the IP addresses. Then save this file with this. Save the output with this. With this file name, which is txt txt now, which is this one. So what I'll do here, I'll press enter. As I press enter, I will scan and save this file. The file I'll be looking at is okay, it's nmp scan. Okay, nmp scan. So I'll run ls. I'll look for nmp scan. So these are the three formats that these files were saved. I can nano these particular files. Can nano the first one there is I'll say nmap dot npscan dot txt dot nmap. If I run this, I press enter. Am I sure this is the file? Npscan, I didn't type it properly. Npscan can. Yeah, this is the result. If I want to now get a proper insight of my result, this is my result of my scan. That the scan that I did, it gave me this insight. Control X. Go further. I want to cut this time around. Now cut the other format. I say cut this time around. I'll say dot gnmap. His format is gnmap. Enter. I don't think I type it properly. Okay, the scan is not spelled properly. Scan, enter. Is another format. It still gave us the insight concerning my scan result. You can read them, the ones that are up, the port that are filtered, the ones that are closed. And the other format, which is XML, we have XML is another format. Is another format in which the files were scanned and saved. So this simplifies the way you can gather some of your basic information. Thank you.